We honor the General for his dedication to education. He clearly understood how critical it was for the success of the Hmong in the United States. Dr. Vang called it out, and I can think, frankly, of no more shining example of what that means than to listen to Dr. Vang's story. The success of our students has to be priority one for our city and our nation and our state. And a quote on today's program from General Vang Pao, I think, highlights how this dedication reveals a great deal about his support for education. The General is quoted as saying, "Education expands our vision and empowers us." Education expands our vision and empowers us. 7 words, deep, deep meaning. Education expands our vision and empowers us. Dr. Vang mentioned a few of the lessons and opportunities and points of connection that he had with the General. And frankly, I think you could stand at this microphone for days and turn into weeks and turn into months about the lessons taught by the General over his lifetime. So there's certainly no corner on the market when we talk about what he's taught folks. But I did want to share Dr. Vang mentioned 3 things that were important. Dr. Vang has passed on and shared with me some lessons from the General that I keep in mind in my daily work. They were in a group of 3 as well. And these were words written to Dr. Vang that he shared with me a few years ago that we continue to talk about. First lesson is that clean water will always flush out the impurity. Clean water or purity, goodness, will always win. Powerful, powerful word. That good and purity will win in our society, in the daily operations of our homes, in the way we build community. Purity and goodness wins. Second, the General passed on to Dr. Vang, and he reinforced with me, patience is incredibly important. You don't build a community, you don't build a society, you don't establish community in the United States of America for the Hmong people overnight. It takes patience, and that lesson translates in a powerful way from all of our daily work. We can't get everything done immediately. Patience is important. I think the way this school has come about and built and now will serve as the center of our community is an example of that. Patience matters. We need to keep it in mind. When you couple that with the notion that goodness and purity wins, and patience is critical, you start to see a real powerful vision of the man we're talking about today emerge. The third, Dr. Vang mentioned already, that is unity. Staying together, sticking together, holding on to one another is critical. As a city, community, as a state, as a nation, frankly, more and more as a world, that's all we have. We have to continue to press in the belief that goodness and purity wins. We have to be patient and steadfast that it will emerge over time. And we have to remain united as we pursue that. Those are powerful lessons for me as a superintendent, helping to guide the 4th biggest school district in the state with 73,000 students in my charge. But it is also, I think, a good life lesson for every individual in this room today. Every individual who has ever met or talked about the General needs to know those lessons are powerfully associated with who he was and what he represented in his daily life. So I thank you, Dr. Vang, for passing those lessons to me from the General. Towards concluding my remarks by saying I can think of no better way to honor the General legacy than to dedicate a school that bears his name, that will stand for decades and decades and decades to come. I'm so proud of our Board of Education for the honor bestowed upon the General and his family. I know that Dr. Vang and many others in our community played a critical role in getting this done, and we thank you for that. Vang Pao has already made its mark in the community. It presents a striking reminder of what's important as you drive south on Cedar and you see the front of the school with nearly 800 students enrolling, Had you been here the first day, you would have seen just excited students and parents and staff welcoming our students into what is, frankly, a different future because the school stands here today. I know the work at Vang Pao Elementary is putting into practice what our board is committed to. High-quality instruction, strong leadership that's courageous, providing a safe and secure learning environment for our students and staff, sustaining a culture that produces breakthrough results, and finally, the firm belief that all students can and must learn at a high level. We celebrate a new elementary school today, but throughout the district, we have a lot of things to cheer about. To tick a few of those things off, our student achievement is up. Again, that's thousands more students are proficient or advanced over last year. Advanced placement courses in our high schools are more students are taking those courses and passing them with the high scores. Our graduation rate is up. Our expulsion rates are down. Our college going rates are up. We have the opportunity to be in new schools like this. There is much to celebrate. There is even more work to do as a community as we move further on. I have to say, to our larger community, projects like this that our board has the honor of naming, such as Vang Pao Elementary, are not possible without your continued support through bond measures, and we thank you deeply for Measure K and most immediately for Measure Q. Phenomenal work like this happens for our city because you care. And our students and staff are transforming Fresno Unified into a district that everybody in our city and our county and our state can and should be proud of. And we're accomplishing that through the belief that goodness and purity win, patience matters, and through unity we will achieve it together. So I thank you all for being here, and thank you for the time this morning.
Good morning. What an exciting day it is for each and every single one of us here today. I've asked Dr. Charlie and Bill to stand up here on stage with me because they were longtime friends of my father and they served on many different fronts with him. And so I wanted them to share this moment with me up here on stage on this historical day. On behalf of my family, we were all up here just earlier in the green shirts. And just for the record, this is my school uniform. It's not the green one. I get this one. So, but on behalf of my family, all my brothers and sisters who traveled near and far, my mother, we're deeply humbled and grateful. And what an honor it is to have been bestowed this elementary school named after my father. We cannot stress that enough. Our thanks we're going to say over and over and over again, today, tomorrow, and in the future. You've forever made us happy, and the people of this great community happy. So thank you again. It would have never been possible without the help of many different people in this great community. And I'd first like to start off with the Fresno Unified School District, with Superintendent Michael Hansen, and the Board of Trustees, Larry Moore, Michelle Asadorian, Dr. Tony Vang, Valerie Davis, Janet Ryan, who I met the other day in the school, and I believe she's in DC right now at the current moment. Cal Johnson. And Carol. I'm sorry. There's a lot of names after your first. So thank you for your support and dedicating this brand new elementary school after my father, the late General Vang Pao. Next, I would also like to thank another dear friend of the family and my father, and that is, of course, Mayor Ashley. Thank you for your support. That thanks also extends to all the members of the City Council of Fresno. And I won't hold you by name, but thank you for your support as well. I want to thank all the organizations Hmong and non-Hmong who supported my father's bid for the naming of the school. And all the people who turned out in full force to sign the petitions and to make their voice heard in support of this mission. And it was a mission indeed accomplished. And here we are today at Vang Pao Elementary School. Education is the key to success. That's this school's motto. But it was also a quote that my father used in his speeches and his lectures wherever he went. And I was given the opportunity to travel with him by his side to many different places and meet many different groups of people. Audiences as big as the one we have today, and some even larger. And although he would talk about other parts of his life, with his military, and even his hunting life and his sports life, and so on, he always talked about the current situation and the future, and how he continuously helped the people that he came across, and how it would improve not just the Hmong people, but the people of the community and the country as a whole. And education was one that he always lectured about, especially with the young men and women that he met. That education is key to any individual, or any groups of people, or any country in this world. Education, as Dr. Tony Vang stated earlier, is the surest path to alleviate poverty in any community or nation. And education allows every American an equal opportunity and fairest way to achieve success. Now, we all know that success is very difficult to achieve. But those who have succeeded, as history has taught us, has never allowed failure to define them. And in failure, they never gave up hope. And they never gave up their faith. And if they didn't succeed one time, they would try harder and give a new approach, expand their vision and their horizon until the day they didn't succeed in whatever they were trying to succeed. And that was something that my father lectured to the audience and to many different groups of people. And through his leadership, we have seen over time, starting back in 1961 when he rose to military leadership. And his military career was just half of the man he was. The other half, he was a father not only to his family, but to his people and lives. He was a father figure to all. On the military side, he was defending and protecting freedom and democracy, to keep his people and men and women of the free world free. He built alliances, especially with the United States, starting in 1961, and he carried out the policies of the United States government at their request to protect Southeast Asia from being engulfed from evil, tyranny, and oppression. We knew that if Southeast Asia at that time remained free and democratic, the rest of the world would be better off, and stop the aggression of the spread of communism. But with that military career, my father opened the doors of education to his people. Now, before my father's time, the Hmong were mainly poor nomadic hill tribes spread throughout Southeast Asia, primarily in southern China, northern Vietnam, northern Laos, northern Thailand, and the northeastern portion of Burma. With very little education, generation after generation for some 2,000 to 3,000 years, knew nothing but to farm. Farming was the lifestyle that they had. And as a young boy, my father saw that his parents worked so hard on the farm, along with his siblings. And every Hmong village that he went to, that's all he saw. the Hmong people working hard on their farms day in, day out. And he asked himself, at the age of 13, he asked himself, what could he do to try to change his people for the better? What could he, as an individual, as a Hmong little boy, a nobody to anyone, what could he do? That was when he made the decision to go to school, a French military school. And he became a messenger boy for the French. And that's where it started. From there, he learned how to read and write. And from that, he excelled. And he started moving up the ranks in the French volunteer forces. And when he reached to the rank of general in the Royal Law Army, when the Americans came to ask for his help and his alliance and friendship and cooperation during the Vietnam War, my father built schools across those low tribes and mountainous regions of Laos. He built hospitals, he built roads, he integrated the people, he moved the high mountain people to lower levels and built cities where everyone could live in one community. That was better communication, and with communication, it's better cooperation, and with cooperation, in a sense, you have a unified people. And through education, he taught his people how to read and write, the simple fundamentals of education itself. And from that, he changed the course of his people. The turning point in Hmong history, after thousands and thousands of years of poverty and conflict, being ripped from your houses, displaced, the Hmong people changed forever, all because of one man and his vision just to help his people. Now, I'm not sure if you know this, but it was under his leadership, General Vang Pao's leadership, that the Hmong generated its first Hmong doctor, its first Hmong PhD ever. So that shows you the magnitude of how much of an impact this had. And like Dr. Tony May said earlier again, General Vang Pao financed young Hmong men and women to go to school in foreign countries like Thailand, France, and here in the United States. Countries that accepted Hmong students to come and learn in their country. And General Vang Pao's whole vision with that is for those students to come and learn and be educated, and to come back home to their homeland and teach their people how to prosper, how to be vibrant and succeed. Now, due to the outcome of the war, things did not turn in our favor, but yet the journey continued. And my father immigrated to this country, and not long after that, the Hmong refugees in Thailand and the refugee camps began to resettle here in this country. And that is where we are today, after some 37 years. And again, in this country, education was key. And specifically for the Hmong people, in 37 years, we have seen another leap forward in this great country of ours. And now we have even more doctors, we have even more engineers, we have pilots, we have physicians, you name it. In a fraction of just 37 years, that's how much transformation there has been in the Hmong people. And that is due to the leadership, again, of General Vang Pao. Now, I can stand up here all day and talk about my father and his accomplishments and his beliefs and his vision for his people, but we know what he wants. We want the best for this community and we want the best for our country. And education is one of those key elements in obtaining our wants. So today, my family is here today to open this school with the rest of this great community. To the students, Our message to you is to continue to work hard and study hard. Education is truly important not only for your future, but the future of this community as a whole and for America. The world is forever changing. There are many challenges in this world. Nations are becoming more competitive, and it is becoming more challenging. And it is crucial and vital that we, the American people, and these United States of America come out on top. It is crucial that we remain competitive so that we can excel in our innovations, our vision, and our ideas, and remain the country that we've always been known on the international stage. But with your hard work comes responsibility as individual students, and that responsibility is also shared by your teachers and your staff. But most importantly, that responsibility also falls on the parents or the guardians of those students. Responsibility, that's the key term. You must be active and involved in your child's education. You must help them out in every single way you can. It is another value that my father lectured to everyone that he met, and it is one that I will speak of today. Like I said, education at times can be very, very complicated and difficult, but it does require you to learn and to try your best at it, because it is important to each and every single one of us. To all the hardworking teachers and staff, including the district, and outside of the school district with public officials, we know that your job is not easy. There's lots of criticism and scolding and bickering and whatnot. That's part of the job. We cannot commend you enough, and we are here to serve as partners with each and every single one of you in this community and in communities across the country. We'll provide and help in any way we can, and be assured that we will never let you down. Our family is here. We are here as partners, and today is the start of a bright and wonderful future with this great city of Fresno. Thank you again for this honor. We are forever humbled of what you have given us. Thank you. I'm going to make quick statements in Hmong, because I know a lot of them are wanting to hear me speak in Hmong. They don't think I can speak Hmong. So. Yeah, go. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Charlie? Okay, sorry. It's a little more lengthy than I expected. Trong những cái biến tra sinh Vang Pao, 我哋呢個係當你是個大人，就是我動作和估計水能，當我哋掉落花嘅啲嘅木啊，或者啲嘅多樣嘛，然後多國美式的，到在美式的，然後有一路從些差不多，到北京風，都拿被多找到路。
Jadi kamu kamu beda benefit. Jadi kutan jadi sedang jadi ya. I ask you now, take this moment, think about my husband, benefit, kalau nhận đây là nó còn như kalau mình kan yang si Amerika salam satu bela nó hal kalau mau deh nó lagi ini udah để saya tahu nó yang beda sangat kalau mau deh nó nak jadi saya kalau mau deh nó là cái này thằng bên nhau là nó có đường chui từ khi thằng bên nhau còn có lúc chui chỉ lúc mua thằng bên sẽ là nhau có một bên nhau sẽ là ít trong cái gì America sẽ là còn thực chỉ cái là anh ở trong in city. Thank you. Kalau nak kanannya tak sendiri, di kita mula tahu orang semua deh, kita tahu semua orang, orang situ lah. Kalau contoh friends that unify history, sesuatu wanita sudah tahu deh, kamu nak bela pensi, jadi lebih tahu contoh orang. Kalau contoh bela tu sensitif, orang malu tak di sini, dia di sini kalau pelanggan. Bây giờ nhau mình sẽ đầu tiên thủ lý bán, đầu tiên thủ lý mua, đầu tiên chuyển hóa về, cái principle đi ký, bây giờ về, cái bên được mọi người về, do ở đây school nó tàu này nó chỉ là dùng gì kia đi, bên trên này tôi chỉ sẽ là trong họ tôi chỉ biết tao là hả. Trên trả chỉ cơ, trên trả chỉ tàu chúng tôi chỉ trong tù ba cái thì giờ thì có phải lúc mình chỉ sau là phải cả sát đi trả mua được tự nhiên được mua bản đó mua và mình xong mình cho trên hơn bây giờ này tôi chỉ chung xong bên trên là bên chỉ tàu lúc bên nào mà bên như kiểu đúng không họ gia đình là hai đứa nó phải bên này tôi nhiều gì sẽ được có Ủa cho đồng khana committee Or là chỉ cho ba cô Vì mua là ba cô Một thời gian là chia là ba chia lúc nó Thế thì tàu thì nó là Tàu là trong lòng tàu Cái xe tàu kia Đó mà chỉ còn tệ Cái cổ xe tàu không có gì Tàu là trong lòng tàu Ủa cho tôi cho cùng học Ủa tôi ba cô sát là lúc mà khi gì lúc ông liền tôi là đi xe có nó giờ chúng mua là tôi sang tôi là tôi chơi nhẹ chơi gì sao đâu rồi bây giờ chúng mua những cái gì đâu thì điều mua sao đâu tôi cũng vào tôi chơi ta cái điều mua những cái gì rồi mà tôi thôi cho tôi trả ta làm solo luôn nên tôi tranh chạy được biết sao đâu tôi mới xem tao tôi chơi petition cái bây giờ là có một thời gian đầu tiên tôi cho lúc bên Golden Apple, Bingo, Golden Ball đã làm một nó có nên sẽ là chung đồng đầu đúng không? Cái gia đình tổng sẽ tổng thể ban sau ta là đây có chung đồng đầu thôi trong đó cái này nhân gì sẽ là Cha tu cha nhá sẽ là hay địa, cha năm họ cha tu cha nhá sẽ là tôi lo hỏi họ, tôi bác cụ gia đình nghe chẳng được cái tuổi làm trẻ, em của thầu nên sẽ là không thầu thì mình muốn nên tôi bác của tôi vào thầu là, chỉ ta nên là của thầu cho đầu GVP project, đầu là là tàu ba nhia ba chia từ rồi cho chọn cho chúa cho đợt nào nó, trên thôn thì thả tự luôn. Đây trên tự nhiên tự nhiên tàu ba trên tuần sang tuần là cho nên là tàu sẽ là trong tàu là trong Chúng ta nên ta sẽ thao cho niệm chân di sẽ đờ tôi đây thì sẽ thua bố nên sẽ đờ trong lòng đầu vì hệ tiền nên sẽ đờ sẽ nhiên sẽ chia tôi đây tươi tua tôi cổ cái môn nào sư bố nên sẽ đờ trong lòng đầu chúng ta nên ta sẽ bố xa hệ tiền chỉ lúc chế cả là nó thì lúc chẳng chắc nó vật đây sẽ đờ đi lát tư mi nhỏ tao tôi cỡ lúc chế là chuyện này lưng tư thao cỏ mua ra kỳ vạn mông tao nọ tao chứ mua lưng mông mỏ mua lúc cứ chỉ đi giả đi chỉ để cả chân cả chê đi chỉ để lỗi tôi cho là cả bên đi giả đi chỉ nó không lọ đây là điểm cho chị đây là tôi đây tôi sẽ tôi rồi bên ra kia chạy tỏ này chỉ tỏ cho lưu xuyên xa để chỉ tất hay cái này hay tiệt bên một tê hậu bên một cây gió bên một tê hậu rất sát đầu ít tiền là nên tàu mù nên mỗi đêm thêm một cây gió no thì nên sát xa đi già từ nhà chỉ mất trên tàu lò no từ nhà anh chỉ là no thăm vào tàu no mò đã khả năng được bây giờ một khi chỉ lúc chế school rồi cho đời sáng để chế sửa lòng no của họ. Ladies and gentlemen, we can snack outside after the program. Welcome everybody to taste our snack food. Thank you. Especially, I want to thank you, Chi Điều Thu Song Long Song.
Yeah.
You have a lot. Just wonderful. Thank you very much.
Niao Zhong. So I would say we are so proud to be able to open this facility in our community representing not just a community or a state or a national hero, but I think a global leader in what it means to put forward the importance of education. General Vang Pao consistently for decades made education the main topic that he talked about with our youth. He was in Fresno repeatedly. I had the wonderful opportunity to meet him multiple times, and his entire being was about making sure our students had an education for the future, and for us to be able to embody that in this gorgeous school for our community to access for decades is just a pure honor for us.
Nhớ rồi cho nên gì cũng trong xe tiền nó này tôi cùng thôi bây giờ tôi General Vang Pao lu chỉ cần tới elementary school tôi bên trong Fresno tại vì nó cũng tôi lon thôi bây thế cho bé một cùng thôi Ashley Superintendent cũng nhớ ít tôi mayor nhớ tôi bên trong Fresno thế nhưng lần đó nó cho rồi Ashley cũng cho bé một cùng thôi bé từ mayor nhớ tôi bên trong Fresno nó sẽ nó họ sali cha cho nó bé gì nó là phong lu chỉ cần tới Mayor Ashley, thank you for this time and for this interview. Can you please tell us and how you feel? This is a very made in history milestone here in Fresno, especially for the Hmong community and the Southeast community as a whole. Can you please tell us how you feel and what do you think this is history made today for General Pao Elementary School?
Yeah, this has been just such a moving morning as we've dedicated the Vang Pao Elementary School and heard from family members and close friends and colleagues who spoke of the role that the General played, not just in shaping his immediate circumstances and those of his family members, but really shaping generations to come of the Hmong people. And, you know, when I think about this building being here for decades and decades, I think it is such a fitting tribute for what he stood for, and we're just delighted to honor his service to his people, but also to our country.
Okay. In your own words, to General Vang Pao and to the Hmong community and to everybody in the community, can you please tell us, to the Hmong people, in your own words, what you want to say or send a message to the Hmong people?
Well, I just want to say that this is an incredible honor for General Vang Pao, but it really is a reminder to all of us, to the Hmong people, but to the entire community of Fresno, that it is possible to change bad circumstances, that it is possible to make things better for yourself, for your family, for your community, and frankly, for your entire city and country. And I think that's what General Vang Pao accomplished, that's what he stood for, and this school will forever be a reminder of that value.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor Ashley. I really appreciate it. Thank you most of all for being here. And thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Nó về nơi không bao giờ chỉ có sản phẩm bé không bao giờ thành cho. Lúc chỉ cần là nó về nhà bé chỉ này phun những chuyện nhỏ nè, những chuyện nhỏ cho tiền lúc bé về ta thọ bố phụ lúc chỉ cần là nó về bố chỉ là phụ chỉ này phun sư bố phụ bé tan cho bé mong ok hay nhà ta của hai cho bố cho lòng còn là nhà lúc nói nhà mình lúc về ta chỉ này phun này gì nàyภาคเหนือภาคเหนือเนี่ยเจ็บไปออกขนาดนี้ไปจะตุลนชาลไปจะนั่นนู่นตาคือจะเขาหลุดเจ็บให้คอแต่ไปออกต่อยเขาไม่มีหัวชอบไม่อีจงอาจีจะตัวจะไปตัวที่เฉยเนาะชีไม่รู้นี่ตัวติดไทยไปรู้ไปตัวไปอดรู้ตัวที่เฉยไม่เนาะเนี่ยเจ็บผู้สันแต่รู้เช็คกันแต่เนี่ยเจ็บจีนพนมเบจีนนมเบอะไรชีขนาดเจ็บไปมองเดี๋ยวไปมองตุตันชอเจ็บกูยังสันแต่จีนพนยังสันเลยนะฮะไอ้ชีจงว่าแต่ไม่จะตู้สอสื่อทีวีแต่ต้องโจแต่ในตัวโอเลนอยจะตัวชิโต้เราพอตัวปู่เราพอตัวนอจูขณะนี้เขาโอจะชุดไทยจงชากูยังสั่งแต่เจอแต่เป็นย่าหุ่นน้อยจงชาซะบางท่านชอบย่าหุ่นเซนแคลิฟอร์เนียจะเมื่อสุดท้ายที่อเมริกาอย่างนั้นแบบนั้นคือจีนตัวนั้นตัวมันอ๋อตัวพวกนี้นี่ล่ะจูนตัวเกณฑ์จูจงชาพวกจีนชอบตัวอย่างนี้จะนิสเปอร์ตัวชีเป็นอย่างนั้นเตตัวชีกูยังสั่งแต่พวกยังชอบเป็นบล็อตเตตัวชีนะฮะแต่ขณะนี้จีนโอถ้าแต่เจอแต่พวกใช้ปุ๊บเป็นจะทั่วตัวยังใช้เดี๋ยวขณะนี้จะพวกตัวยังปุ๊บแต่เป็นเตาเป็นมงเตาเป็นจีนพนเตาเดี๋ยวขณะก็เป็นต่างชาติเป็นในมงจงชาแต่เป็นโอตัวก็โจทย์จริงๆแต่เป็นกงเตโอเคนะ
หัวว่าเจเลยจงเจว่าถ้าอู้เนี่ยที่เชื่อมเรากูอยากตัวใช้เนี่ยของตัวจีนผมว่าป่านเนี่ยลงเจงนะกูตัวadvisor traffic เนี่ยตัวตีจิตาเนี่ยตัวสติเชื่อน่ะละกูยังจึงดันได้จีนพนกูอยากตัวถ้าจีนพนแล้วจะถือหัวจวนน่ะแต่เราจะกูอยากตัวเจอจีนพนหมู่เราวิสคาซินเท่าเจ้านะยาลินดาnhớ đâu bé tiêu thảo ilu school tàu đó chính là phun và bảoวันหนึ่งไปkia làก็ชินห้องชิมว่าเราtừหัวจวนน่ะเจแล้วเจมาลูกสกูลเดเชตาแล้วนะกูอยากตัวทอลูกสกูลย้อนตัวเป็นนะอย่างนั้นนู่นน่ะเที่ยวตัวเราขนาดตัวชิ้นยี่ขนาดแต่หาเดียวจะตัวเราเป็นละตัวขนาดจะอยากไปเชิญเดียวตัวที่ชีไปเชิญเรื่องจงเชียหาเดียวไปมวยลูกสกูลละอย่างนั้นไปมองเชิญตัวเจ้าตัวน่าที่นั่นพยายามตัวจะไปเชิญช่วยต่อยลูกสกูลวันหนึ่งไปสักเจหนึ่งเที่ยวเช้าเราไปจงเชียกูจงเชียจีก็วันมัวlà giờวันใช้นู่นน่ะเที่ยกูจีกรณีว่าซึ่งอยากตัวจ้วจานแต่จินพูดล้วนต่างนะอยากเล่นได้แต่ตัวอันด้านแต่คนแต่จินพูดล้วนต่างได้แค่นั้นเนี่ยเฉยจะบอกว่าอยากให้ได้แต่กูอยากกำลังว่าเจนะเฉยเที่ยวเป้าอยากเลยว่าจ้า
厉害投诉他被某数样道路这个呢，对被进来看吧，保龙被就来做健保说是有进应急重症还得有到下的准备了是呢，但他们一般能够路，其他领导的准备呢，因为叫能整整叫拿出拉米咖哩President John F Kennedy 咯 Barack Obama ที่จะจ้องตัวจะมั่ว思想被指了因为思想现在都是被啥的被因知道都是垃圾都是被我叫碰见米咖叫拿叫吃他一种你个那叫啥的发车被都道路这个的老地我被进来碰到跑道
ยี่ลินตัวนั้น I'm very proud กูยังยงเชียร์หางเดียก็จีเจตายสิ่งนี้จะจบไปจนในจีเพื่อนเสร็จแล้ว he lives on yeah his memory lives on how do you feel about that
giờ tàu li nó chỉ cũngยัง走下来的牛路飞起牛路明码到被碰路被因要加满的然后木台一起以后的จะมี路线只系蒙只系咩只系จะดู只มีการแล้วตัวเกิดเนาะแล้วยังเกิดจ่อให้แต่ว่าปอยังลังตื่นchỉ làเกิดจ่อว่าปอchỉ làเกิดจ่อ被蒙chỉ làปอแต่被蒙坚持ว่าตัวได้เขียนเนาะเที่ยวว่าตัวคนเดียวเต้นเนาะมัวดัชชีchỉ làปอจ่อแต่被蒙ยังลังตื่น
ยี่ลินตัวนั้นก็ภาษากูสักก็ว่าจีนเราหน้าพงตัวตุ้นใช่เนาะก็ฝากอีหล่อลุยความ positive message ตัวตั้งเราไปจ่อลุสีไปจ่อเนี่ยสีไปสั่งทุ่งเปลือกเต้ไปยังมั่วจ่อเลยใช่
พอคุยให้เจลี่ให้ตัวเนี่ยอีจงนี่ก็ต้องจะเสด็จแต่ตัวตัวยาวจะให้ตัวยาวได้ยาวเจจะให้ยาวลุเตเฉตื้อเจอไปจีนในพันว่าปอมูชอเลยนี่ชียันดอเป้เราจะชัวไปเนี่ยจะชัวไปจีนงไปเจอรับใช้อีจงนี่ก็ต้องจะเสด็จแต่ให้ตัวนี่เสด็จแต่ก็นี่ชัวเสด็จอย่างนี้ต้องกันอาชีนี่อยู่อาชลาคตื้อเราจะชัวกูเนี่ยเราจะชัวกูว่าคือเราว่าตู้เนี่ยเนาะไปเจอรับใช้เนี่ยหมู่ยาตอนเด้
参加乒乓luôn bề một giá tòn để厉害，就你多共同攞知道啦，記錄這個呢影響攞厲害，攞攞咪個嘅 permanent 呢，影響攞冇睇字了，厲害，然後就出เวลานี่多ป่นี่多ใช้ต่อ厲害，做兩件นี่เนาะนี่นู่นนั่นนี่น้อซื้อ是ใช้นี่น้อซื้อ厲害，把一些些的百姓之人咯。
giờ như là cho chị nàng trong hạt Vang Pao Elementary School nhớ nó sẽ kiểu là chỉ cho giờ butler, test sitter, nhưng mà trong này chị nàng, trong này có chị nàng.
我知道。
นู่นน่ะอย่าอินุชื่อเสียงแห่งว่าเป็นเรื่องตัวเด่นน่ะอย่างอลูเจกันเด่นน่ะว่าเราในผมว่าป่าลุ่มเบขณะอย่าจะเกมบอลชัวร์เดเป็นจงมองเฉยมันนู่นน่ะจะเกมบอลชัวร์หล่อจ่าเลยเป็นจงเสียงแห่งมากูสาให้เดี๋ยวลูเจนั่นเฉยอย่าเท่าลูว่าเป็นอีตัวมองลุ่มเบอย่าเป็นลุ่มเบตันทอมาขณะอย่าว่าเราเป็นจะมีตัวมีหยอมองหล่อเกิดให้เดี๋ยวเป็นมองน่ะอย่าเล่นตื้อไอ้ก็เลยป้อเดี๋ยวเลยอย่ารอคัดตื้อละมาขณะอย่าให้เขาเจ๋งเจ๋ง
ว่าcho Dr. Tony ยังเป็นหมดตัว pro temp mayor ยังตัวเป็นรุ่นทุ่งเมอร์เซด
nhớ rong cho trong này chỉ cái tin năng trà nó rong chia chập lại thì cũng tao tua một cổng bây giờ này chỉ cái tin năng trà nhớ trong đặc Fresno nó nói hết khó chỉnh chênh của bà tàu lại thì họ nói giờ ít khó và nhớ trong bây căn cứ mong thì bây giờ tàu rong chỉ mua lử lú tới trời ở tàu họ nói là chui bây nhớ trong tới trời mình cả thì tàu rong lên nó xứ tại vì màกูท้อใช้รอรูโดจเนี่ยสิก็ติ้งนังจ่ายเนี่ยตัวเฟรชโนแต่ยังเหลือขออีกอย่างก็ให้เดียไปชูหน้าเตอเลยไปจีหาหมู่ปืนต่อเจนเลยซื้อไปเอาตอนตัวหน้าเดียขอน้อยให้ขอจริงให้เดียให้โดจเนี่ยสิก็ติ้งนังจ่ายให้เดียเน่ไปหายเตาลูกเจกันเตอนอเลยไปเอาเตาสีจอเดียกงเชียเดียวัวอีลูชัวเดียก็ไปจอบัวโรงเรียนดร.โทนี่เลย accountable โจสอบเกกันเตอร์นอก็ไปจอมินตุ้มีหยวตัวกับลูกเจกันเตอร์นอยาจุกเกอร์โตสอบเกกันเตอร์นับเบอร์อียอดตัวเขานอซื้อยาลินเตอร์เนี่ยจะวันนี้วันซีเนี่ยยอดตัวว่าต่อเจเลยเนี่ยยาจุโตเตอร์ชัวที่เดียก็สอบเกกันเตอร์ยอดตัวลูกเจกันเตอร์นอจิตชอบป้องกีชาเขานอจีในพลมวยเขาสแตนดาร์ดชิเชียแต่จอตัวเป้แต่ชิมายาเดียเป้จีจูเป้จีวัวเป้จีหายลูกชัวเจนเขาสแตนดาร์ดเนี่ยยาตีมือรู้ยาลินเตอร์เป้ยาจุโตชิจอตอนเดย์นอมงmà bé lu hậu lử pi nu nọ mùngเลยtòn đây là giờ liền đờ thọ hải liền đờ cho bé cho nên chỉ cái tiếng năng trả sữa giờ tiền này chỉ tờ số chứ xài tàu hay tiền cái cần tờ nhớ trong lúc chỉ cần tờ nó này bông kỳ rủ cho mình nhọ tua một cái lúc chỉ cần tờ nó là bông kỳ theo giờ liền đờ bé chủ tàu xí ra ua bé lu hậu lử pi nu nọ mùngเลยtòn đây là quá trâu
bé họ một cổng thăm Misty Her, ôn tên đó nó cứ hay ít tu, nếu nó principal thế, chỉ ta lên tại sao nó cứ là thầu nó principal ta, tại sao nó cứ là ít tu assistant superintendent là thế.
Nhớ rằng cho ý trong này gì cái tiếng cho nhớ tờ chế nhớ cũng như Misty Her nhớ cho học First Unified School District cũng như ít tu assistant superintendent và sai hiệu đàn thọ bây giờ chỉ cần tới cũng sai hiệu cho mình nhớ cho the Sunnyside region thế cho khó McLean region. Cú sa hai tiền nung nói in nung a very historical cho tan thọ被mong被海宁mong sư chỉ cho mong sưแต่是嘛cho tan thọ a ninh a hai tiền do minority naที่กุญแจhai tiền nung nói被เนี่ยnó chỉ nói phong nữ nhưng nữ tuân chụp lên nhau để nó cho被nữ dòng xe cho被sửa đầu lúc tây hải ninh mua trong đầuแต่是嘛被又mong被又in海ninh và mấy sư nhóm lúc tây被chỉ chân đón đầu chỉ bảo chỉแต่是嘛hôm nọ vàจะ被họ tôi luôn bị do hai tiền mong luôn bị tiền nó mà cũng sa hai tiền do ít khó và nữ dòng hàng cho被海ninhที่หนูว่าตัวอีกข้อเสียหมดจงจะไปหายเดียลุ่มไปเนาะไปสาเดียลุ่มไปไม่ซื้อแต่ชิมาหนูมัวก็สาก็ยออีกข้อลุ่มไปล่อแหงจะก็หายเดียหนูยออีกข้อมีการหายเดีย bridge ด้านทอนนั้นเตาจะ culture นะนิ่งไม่นิ่งดูนิ่งมองนิ่งยาลานิ่งบล้อจะหายเดียยอ minority ซื้อเจลุ่มไปเนาะยิ่งจะด้านทอไปเสด็จว่าจะเตาด้านทอนหรือหายนิ่งจะจ้องด้านเตาหล่อว่าเกย์หล่อว่าเตาอีหายนิ่งมาก็สาหายเดียnữ do tới khó dùng hàng cho bé sợ đầu cho bé hải ninh thiết tàu cho tan cho ninh ngày thông địa tế nó
cô giờ colon và sinh và tu giờ tụi tôn trang từ của tụi tiên lòng tại thổi nhớ rồi tới chơi lọ chùa mà thế thế như trường hợp tu cần tới xưa tại sao tôi tới chơi nó chỉ cô giờ tụi cho bé cho cái tí ở muốn chơi mà chỉ cũng sư hữu tông rồng va cũng tụ tổ bé chọn chừng nhớ rồi tới chơi American nó thế lựa tới chơi hộp tới gì và đợt bây giờ lo này bọn nó bảo mà chơi tụ chơi hàngเลยthầu lúc xưa bây giờ lo chỉ cho sự sinh hoạt lỡ ý liền nữa đó của hai cái bây giờ chừng nãy thì cho đó thì bận thì họ bị tê thầu luôn từ lúc tê giờ lên đó họ nói họ chạy chân vì họ bây giờ bỏ nô nọ hạt thì có tê tê nó chịu gì ấy họ rong đó bây giờ đó.
As chairman of the Vang Pao Elementary School Planning Committee, I am very honored to be here today. Before I say a few words, I would like to recognize my committee for giving a lot of effort to raise money to purchase teachers for all of the staff and students here at Vang Pao Elementary School. General Vang Pao inspired and wanting the respect of the Hmong, Laotian, French, Thai, and other such American allied to preserve democracy in Southeast Asia. General Vang Pao always saw education as the key to success and innovation and advancement for learning. We have checked here for $1,761 for your school body and other Vang Pao student here in
để chỉ tin trả lời rong xuyên tàu ởนู่นนอไป crossing TV ตาวจอเนี่ยเราหมู่กงทอเก๋เราหมู่ให้รู้เจกันเตอรู้ elementary school ว่ามัวตีลุ่มเบหัว Vang Pao elementary school ว่าอย่ามัวตีเบละการเนท่านในพลว่าปอนู่นนอย่าอินูว่าจังจังขังเก่าเจริญในตาวปอจงตัวจอ speaker เทียจอไทยจอยอต่อหอลุ่นทง Fresno นอจอจอเนี่ยสิกที่นึงจ่าว่าตัวเก๋ได้ตัวกงนู่นว่าจังจังตรงนู่นนอว่าอย่ารู้จั่วลินดูวันที่ชงอ้อพากอนู่นนอย่าอินูว่าจังจังอย่าเราหงมงกันกูว่าที่จะเชียร์ให้เตียในจอวันเนี่ยว่าสีอย่าเราต่อว่าต่อเจอในตัวชีเตาในเตามั่วลูกโอกาสเลย opportunity เราบุญทอเป๊กกงเราหมุกให้ท่านในผลว่าปอรู้เจกันเตอเลยรู้เจกันเตอว่ามั่วตีแล้วการเนี่ยท่านในผลว่าปออีจงจีหัว Vang Pao Elementary School ยอดต่อหอลุ่นตรง Fresno California โรงเรียนเตาเทียทออุจโจเดนลูกเชื่อกูตุเข่งดอร์ไปเจ้าว่าหลุงยาเรา crossing TV ทอวัวโจเราในทุลังเทศตูเป้มาลีชินจีดัวดาวหลุงเรายาเรา
เป็น